Welcome everybody to another episode here on the Hedge YouTube channel. I am joined today by brothers Richard and Boris Vagner, co-founders of Spoiled Banana Society NFT project.
Woo!
How you guys doing?
We're doing well. It's Mother's Weekend, so Boris got a lot of moms to please this weekend.
Definitely. I got my mommy, I got my grandma, I got my wife, I even got my baby. I mean, technically my little baby that's 5 months is going to be a mom potentially. So, maybe she might want a present too. Shit. At this point, I don't know. I can't please everybody. But I'm excited to be here. Appreciate you having us on our show. Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
How are you?
Yeah.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Getting ready for probably do like lunch tomorrow with my mom and my brother.
That's sweet.
Stepdad. Yeah, just chill, have a chill weekend.
Good.
So I'm really excited for you guys to share about the project. Being one of the NFT holders myself, as soon as I saw this project, it was just like right down my alley, and it brought that aspect of like fantasy sports to a new level. So why don't you guys share with us a bit kind of what the project is, how you came about putting it together, and kind of what you guys have planned for it here coming up.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rich.
I can give a little bit about what it is. So it is fantasy football on the blockchain. It's a mix of dynasty and redraft for those of you who play fantasy football, which means redraft is your usual league where you play for the 1 year and it's over, and dynasty is where you keep going after the year. So the next year your players carry over and you have the same team and you play again. And actually I forgot to mention it's also DFS in a sense where it's weekly. So it's all three. So you pretty much instead of drafting a roster, you mint a roster. So just like you would mint any NFT, and then you get a team. It comes with 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 5 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 2 defenses. And then every single week, you have to make a decision. Which one are you going to start? You start 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, so on. And then based off how your players do every single week, you can win prizes that week. And there's also a season-long prize, so you can win prizes at the end of the season. Last season we gave away a bored ape and a mutant ape. We're doing the same thing this year. And then the cool thing is it's dynasty. So at the end of the year, your card isn't over. You get to take that card with those players and play again the year after. And the way we were able to do that is instead of you getting like Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes, what you get is you get Tampa Bay quarterback or Kansas City quarterback, and then the way that it's scored is the highest performing player every single week. So if you start Kansas City quarterback, Patrick Mahomes scores, let's say, 3 points and gets injured, and then the backup quarterback comes in and scores 20 points, you'll get the 20 points. Whoever scores the highest that week in that position. So it's like a cool combo of all those different things. And then the way it started was honestly just us bored apes coming together and wanting to play fantasy football together, wanting to build upon the community aspect of NFTs. So we just started fantasy football leagues with a bunch of apes, and then naturally we were like, okay, how do we get this on the blockchain? How do we NFT this? And then SBS was born. If Boris wants to say a little about what we got upcoming.
SBS was born. I like that. Yeah, it's crazy. Like all this stuff happened naturally. Like we were all like sitting, playing in a sleeper league, all these apes that were into fantasy football, and we're like, fuck it. Like this is fun as fuck, but like, how do we do this on the blockchain and we participate and have fun? And so we literally did this for ourselves too. And we couldn't even play, like figured out, okay, shit, like the founders can't really play, which is cool. But like, we know that like, listen, we're huge degens. We're so passionate about fantasy that like, shit, if we like it, then, there's a pretty big possibility that other people will like it. And so this kind of grew naturally. We had a lot more founders, but like it it like shortened to now we have 7 founders, which is really cool. The other founders just, you know, had other things that they had to do, which is totally awesome. Wish them all the best. But so now we're just exciting. We pretty much, last year we did a lot of prizes. This year we have so many new cool additions to what we did last year, which is really cool. We've like rebranded, we've changed our website. So some of the cool things that we have going is like we wanted to figure out how do we add more utility to the card. So we added this thing called the peel. We added this thing called the mash. We added this thing called, we tried it like, so last year there was a pro league and there was a Hall of Fame league. A Hall of Fame league was 100 players that only get to play. And the prize pool for 100 players, you get to win a mutant. Now we're like, okay, like let's make another league that's kind of like that. So we created a spoiled league. There's 500 people that can participate in this prize pool. The way you get this spoiled league, again, there's a lot of information, but is through these new mechanisms called the peel and the mash, which I don't know if Richard maybe can go into those things a little more.
Yeah, we wanted to, you know, we see all these other NFT projects doing so much cool like airdrops and utility and all this different stuff that you can do, you know, that on an NFT, which is, you know, that's, you know, a lot of people say, yo, it's just a picture, but the coolest part about it is that, you know, you now have a verifiable source that you can, you know, say this person owns this card, and it's like public ledger. It hasn't really been done before. So we were able to, you know, do cool things, which we came up with. Everybody's going to get airdropped appeal, which is practically like a reroll where they get to reroll their team. And there's a chance that when they do reroll their team, they can enter the spoiled league. The mash is where you can combine not combine, but you can take 2 cards and reshuffle them. So you get 2 new cards practically. And that, you know, from doing that, you can get into the spoiled league. So all this cool stuff that we can do with our members through the blockchain, you know, it's really, really cool, I would say.
So you can take two cards, mash them, and it will randomly select the positions and put them in there?
Through those 2, like through those specific 2 cards.
Yeah.
So like, you're like, oh my God, like I have these 2 dope ass cards, but could I try to make him even doper? Right. Like, right. So then you do it and then you don't know what's going to happen, but based on those properties on those 2 cards, like it's going to jumble two new card, like two different properties of it's like it will be the same token ID. It doesn't like create 2 different like collections. It's part of the same 10,000 collection, but it'll just generate 2 new kind of cards and properties for it. And then
it'll just take your existing card and replace the properties on it.
Yeah. And they can become like a spoil card again. So like if you even have, if you take, for example, like your gold card and you mash it up, it could become like a gold spoil card. So not only are you can get into like the pro league, you can get into the gold league, and now you can get into the spoiled league.
Even if you just peel a gold card.
Yeah. Or you peel it. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So last year I got mine, and I had I like to think that I had something to do with Russell Wilson leaving, like in a manifesting way. Because my card had Denver and New York Giants at the quarterbacks, and everything else was pretty decent other than my quarterbacks. And in fantasy, the quarterbacks, it's like, that's your moneymaker.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my gosh. I was watching, I don't even know who the Giants had playing quarterback at the end of the year. And Drew Lock, it was just terrible. And the season ended, and I'm like, dude, because my brother's in it as well. And he's got Mahomes. And I'm like, dude, I don't even want to hear you right now. So I'm praying. I'm like, Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers have to leave and go to the Giants or the Broncos. This
insane.
And then it showed the ticker. Russell Wilson went to Denver. I immediately texted my brother with my card. And I was like, yes, I have a shot.
So sick.
That is actually so, yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
and that's just so cool. Like you're like for sure, like we're adding this peel and mash right for you to be able to buy and that. But the cool part is like these 10,000 cards, like they're forever.
Right.
We're not like adding more fucking like fantasy football cards, right? So like every year throughout even the years, trades, shit happens.
Right.
Like it's like your card goes from good to better to bad to shit. Like it's just so cool to see.
Yeah, for sure. And that's like I imagine a lot of our users on Card Hedge are into fantasy football, at least the football fans. And the number one thing about it that was like the selling point, there's many, but the top one you guys touched on already multiple times was you buy the card one time and that's it. Like I can now play in this league theoretically until I die and then give it to my son instead of having to, buy back into this league every single year with the same group of people. And that aspect of it makes a lot of sense to me. And then you add in what you were just talking about, Boris, of, free agent pickups and trades and, getting like, basically you could get your whole card shifted, and
in a moment, like everything can change.
Right. Yeah. Right. And it makes it very interesting. Also last year, I don't think you guys touched on it, but didn't you guys send somebody to the Super Bowl?
We did.
How did that work? That was a competition inside of the league as well, right?
Yeah. So the last week, no, it wasn't the last week. It was maybe the second before the last week. We did it where because usually the top 75 get paid every single week. And so we did it where the 76th place won the Super Bowl because we all lose. We all
not only do we hate losing, we've all been there, bro. Where it's like that spot before the spot when you can win some money, man. So
yeah, so we sent them to the Super Bowl. I met the dude. He was super awesome. He brought his dad, who like got him into football.
Dude, the sweetest story. Yeah. His dad got him into football, and his dad was never in California. Has never seen like the whole story of like them adventuring in Cali and what it meant to his dad. Like,
yeah, that's awesome. I remember seeing the pictures of and you could like just see like his dad was just like joyful to be there. I mean, who wouldn't be? But
honestly, that was a pretty fucking lit. Like you're going to LA to the fucking Super Bowl. Like,
yeah, absolutely. That was cool. My brother landed in the top 75 one of the weeks. So like just seeing that and, like knowing that that's going on top of the fact that it's a one-time buy-in, with all the other excitement that goes on with the trades and whatnot. I really liked the idea that you guys took on doing the team instead of like the players. Like that makes a lot of sense, especially how you guys have it planned out to carry it on down the line. And I know you guys have mentioned, I believe, starting up some other sports as well.
Yeah, 100%. So our next sport is going to be basketball. And then, we plan to do every single sport. That's definitely something we would love to do. And another thing also that we're going to be doing this year is micro contests. So like if you wanted to take your cards and only you and your friends to do a tournament together, whether it's 1 week or 2 weeks or 4 weeks, or maybe even a little bit of a bigger, like a 20 person or 50 person, but not as big as 10,000, doing stuff like that. Because like, as you were mentioning, I think one of the coolest things is that it's a one-time buy-in. You don't have to pay again. And originally the way we were going to fund that is through like secondary sales, sponsorships, and we've sold a good amount in secondary. We sold like 90 ETH worth, but like for us to get what we would need to keep doing Bored Apes and Mutant Apes every single year, we would need a lot more. So we started thinking, how could we do different things? Like peel and mash was one of them, and then the micro contest is a big one too. Us just taking a small little rake and then putting it back into the bigger prize pool. I think that that's going to be cool as heck as well. But yeah, other sports, you know, basketball, soccer, baseball, go to all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think what people have to understand, like, it's like we need to make money a certain, like, we want to have good amount of prize pools every year, right? We don't want people to, like, we don't want to keep adding cards and stuff like that, but we do need to make prize pools, like, and most of the money isn't coming into our pockets, like majority of the money, even for, like, we gave out so much, like almost 80% to the prize pool in only 3 weeks last year. So
Right.
like we barely pocketed any of the money. Like, for sure we made some money, but we barely pocketed. And, you know, moving forward, like most of the states, for it to be sustainable, like we can't touch the money most of the times. We want to put it always back into the community, but we want to do it in a sustainable way that we know, like, we're here in the next 5, 10, 15 years
Right.
from now on, you
Yeah.
know? So
No, that makes a lot of sense. And, you know, that's what a lot of NFT projects, unfortunately, like aren't doing.
no, bro. They're like,
Like,
wait a minute, we just fucking made $3 million. All
yeah,
right, bro.
yeah,
Either they're like, peace, or they're like, all right, let me fucking pocket fucking like 2.5 million of it, and
Right.
maybe do. But like that's
Yeah.
that from the get-go, all of our founders are like, no, like we can't do that, we won't do that. And you know, we aren't like a regular NFT project. We are a project that has a prize pool every year that we have to, you know, want to do.
Right.
So yeah, like we have to think of creative ways to do that stuff, like, you know, but it's
Yeah.
never like, okay, guys, we're doing this because, dude, like we need the money. Yes, it would be cool for the founders to get paid, but again, like nowhere near the amount that we just need to sustain all of stuff.
Right.
We just do.
Yeah, for sure. Which I think tends towards, you know, like a stronger community. You know, I remember it was fun because come like Thursday night and Sunday afternoon, like, you know, that the Discord was just going to be, you know, heavy.
Bro,
And
it was
everyone was in
intense,
there like,
bro.
oh, the
Yeah.
touchdown, especially like Thursday nights and Monday nights when it was like one game and everyone's, you know, watching and like Sunday night too, the same game and commenting. It was a lot of fun to be in there. I'm looking forward to it this year. And then you say basketball, because basketball's
That's
my
your
favorite
sport.
sport.
That's your
Yeah, I
sport.
mean, I love football too, but basketball is my favorite sport. So
No, it's
that's
definitely
going
coming.
to be,
It's coming this year, and it's part of the roadmap. And I mean, again, those are probably our two favorite sports. I mean, we love every fucking sport. We're degens, but
Right.
we're excited to show like the mechanism of basketball. It's going to be a little bit different, but very similar. And yeah, we're excited to kind of
yeah.
bring that out.
Having trouble managing your valuable collection and finding price transparency in the sports card market? Me too. That's why I use Hedge. Hedge is a brilliant price analysis and collection management tool. Track all your grades across PSA, CSG, HGA, SGC, BGS, and as well as your raw cards. Hedge pulls their research from sites like eBay, StarStock, MySlabs, and Golden Auctions. You want an accurate picture of the sports card market? Yeah, me too. With over tens of thousands of cards in their system, Hedge is the definitive sports card price guide. Quickly search by card, player, or set. Sort by price or percentage change. It has a lot of awesome advanced features. So what are you waiting for? Join today for only $14.99.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this. Was there ever a point that you guys, because clearly you're into sports, so was there ever a point where you guys were into like sports cards or like sports like collectibles in any way?
Yeah, I don't think sadly, because of we probably should have been, and we would have made a bunch of money. Sadly, we never were.
So you weren't. But actually, funny enough, bro, like I grew up, I don't know where, I think I sold them. Growing up, actually, when I was really young and I got into basketball, I was collecting a lot of basketball cards. Like I remember going to my friend's house and trading with him and having like really lit ass card. I think there was a point in my life where I didn't have that many friends around me that were collecting.
Right.
And things just kind of moved so fast into other things that like it kind of like stopped, and I kind of like gave it all away or sold it. but I remember being very, very into it.
I have a friend who bought like a Patrick Mahomes like rookie, and that's why I'm so sad, because I would have bought like 4 million of those. He bought a Patrick Mahomes rookie, for a couple $100 and resold it for like 10K or something.
Yes.
And then the next year when they went to the Super Bowl, the dude resold it for like hundreds of thousands.
Oh my God.
So I know that there's so much money to be made in that.
Oh yes. And so the point that you just made is one of the points that I always try to make in the card community as to why I feel, so quick backstory. Fanatics, which I'm sure you guys have heard of, they took over all the rights to the league sports cards basically come like 2025, 2026. And my thought is that once they take it over, we're going to see a lot more NFT tech implemented into it. And one of the big reasons why is for what you just said. Your buddy bought that card, sold it for 10,000. That dude resold it for whatever. And Panini, the company who made it, didn't see a penny of any of that.
Exactly.
100%.
Secondary, exactly.
And
royalties.
So there's some Patrick Mahomes cards out there that are worth literally hundreds of thousands, millions, like his RPAs and whatnot. And
you're right.
People running Fanatics are very smart.
No, yeah, you're right.
This stuff.
Like, why not? And that's why NFTs are so big, because like, why not for the rest of your life make royalties for something you like forever? Like,
yeah, it's gonna hit every single market, like real estate,
real estate. Yep.
It's definitely, as a creator, if you're gonna put your time into something and that there's a chance it's gonna get resold hundreds of millions of times, I mean, you're gonna, or even a couple of times, you're gonna definitely, why not use that technology? And it's public and it's decentralized. It's like there's no company that owns it. It's not like Microsoft or like Mark Zuckerberg over here, like, yo, here, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna do this. It's literally like the people's network.
Right. Yeah, for sure. It's coming. I mean, it is gonna disrupt, all industries. And another one of the gripes that you hear in the sports card industry is like the print run. How many cards are being printed? No one really knows unless it's, one of the serial numbered cards. And, with blockchain, people know, right. Like, hey, there's this many of them.
Very true.
So it won't fully take over the physical, but it will definitely be.
I think it can be both, man. Like, I don't think one has to be the other. I think, I go back to Gary Vee, like, he is one of the biggest like, that's what he's done since he was very young. He collected, he sold. And like, I just think NFTs add on, like, here's a physical, but then here's also a digital, and you can use both, you know what I mean? Like, together. I think that's,
I think that there's a little bit of a problem there, of course, because it's like, when you sell the digital, how do you transfer the physical?
Well, that's why you could, bro. Like, you could be like attached. People do it all the time.
But it's not as legit as, as the digital. Yeah, because you can counterfeit, you can not send it.
Counterfeit. No, for sure.
The sale on digital is done. I just think that's like, whoever figures that one out is gonna be a rich man. I saw a company who's doing like armored trucks, physical NFT deliveries.
That's
so like
cool.
People are working on it.
Yeah, well, I know that there's a few platforms that have come out this year, and there's a few more lined up to come out, where they're basically tokenizing physical products. Like Logan Paul just came out with his, well, not his, but he's part of it. And basically, like, let's say you have a, PSA 10 Jordan rookie card, they're basically taking it and, breaking that value up, and people can trade the token of that card. But then, like, somebody could buy out all of it and then request delivery of the actual physical Jordan card. You
like send it to a centralized place that holds the physicals, and then that's
Right.
smart
Yeah,
as
they
hell.
like vault it for you.
That's
so
sick
that
as fuck.
there's
Yeah.
not a lot of like logistics going back and forth with
Right.
the collectors. So it is getting interesting, and you already see like Otis, Rally, Collectible. They already have like fractionalized sports cards, but they also have Bored Apes, Mutant Apes, Doodles, that you can buy shares of and trade daily, which is cool to
Interesting.
see. And they get a lot of action. You see that the NFTs get
No, NFTs are like, I know it's only gonna get bigger, but they're fucking huge.
Right.
Like every fucking, like so many companies, like NFL, like they talk about NFTs and crypto now. Like basketball, bro, it's like crypto.com. It's like everything
it's
is
everywhere.
now, bro.
I
Like,
tweeted about this last week because I was watching UFC, and UFC has the UFC Strike NFTs, like NBA Top Shot and NFL All Day, and the commentators like are running ads, and there's like banner ads during the fights going on, and then the Yankees were playing, and I was watching a game, and the whole right field wall was the Topps NFTs that they have on, is it Candy, I think.
that's insane, bro.
And
That's
then the other day,
insane.
I'm watching the NBA playoffs,
Yep.
and who was it? Somebody got dunked on. I can't remember which one it was, but somebody got dunked on bad. And the commentator goes, back in my day, that would go on a poster. Nowadays, that goes in an NFT. And I'm sitting on my couch, and I'm like, dude, like,
That's
it's
game over.
happening. It's happening slowly. And to your point, you watch any NBA game, either the corner advertiser is like crypto.com, FTX,
or Coinbase. Coinbase is
Yep.
fucking, that's it. Like it's everywhere, bro.
And if you look at the base of the hoops, it's always like Coinbase. And they crypto.com arena now. So
Yep.
and they're using sports, like it's smart. They're using the sports and the influence and
because they know, like, most of these sports people, they're degens, they're betting. Like if you're a degen doing that stuff, like you're probably going to be down for the NFT space, because degen, so like,
and
this makes sense.
Exactly why your project is just like nail on the head for sports fans, like for real. So that's why, I mean, I got in, I brought my brother in, one of my business partners at Hedge. I got him into
It means a lot, man.
Spoiled
I
Banana
appreciate that.
Society. And I hate it because both of them have better teams than me. And both of them won one of the weeks. They didn't win the week, but they finished in the top 75.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, guess what? I just got Russell Wilson. So let's see what happens.
and your brother lost Tyreek, it's getting closer.
Yes, exactly. So this was great. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna link. Well, why don't you guys share the best places for people to go check out what's going on, where they can get in touch with the community or get some more information.
Yeah. Check out our new cool website. Thanks to one of our founders. He did a really cool job, and one of our devs, SBS.xyz. Everybody's like, what the fuck is XYZ? But everybody in the NFT space is putting XYZ in everything .xyz. So we're like, fuck it. Let's be part of that. So SBS.xyz. You can check our Twitter, our Instagram, SBS_XYZ. Check out our Discord, discord.gg/SBS. Whatever that fucking line is, dash XYZ.
It's underscore.
No, it's not underscore. It's dash. It's dash XYZ. Yeah, but you can learn everything on our website. Learn about like our roadmap, everything that we're doing. So we're doing a snapshot on the 1st of June. So anybody that has bought any of our cards during that, you'll get some free peels. You'll get some mashes. We're just excited to keep fueling this company, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I link all of those landing spots down in the description. And for people that do want to mint it's still open mint right from
Yep.
the website right now?
Yeah, exactly. You go on our website, you scroll it. There's like 3 pages on our website, like 3 little sections. If you scroll down, it's the thing on the bottom. It's pretty easy. It says mint here, mint
Okay.
now.
So I will link that. And for anybody who sees this and might not understand the lingo, minting would be, you can go to their website and you basically get to draw a brand new card, and you don't get to see the roster on it. It's
Which is
randomized.
big
and
DGen move. And there's still, just saying, there's still gold Hall of Fame cards left. There's like 43 Hall of Fame gold cards left. So you could go and get a gold card and, like, you know, get a lot more prizes basically.
Right. I'm also going to link the OpenSea account, because what that will allow somebody who's interested to do is you can go there and see some of the cards that are for sale, and you can actually see the rosters, because you would be buying it from somebody else. You wouldn't be buying it from the project itself at that point. So
Yeah,
I'll
like,
make sure that I link all of that down below, so that anybody who's interested can, you know, get in touch with you guys for sure.
means so much, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you.
No, I really appreciate your time. One more thing real quick that actually just
Oh,
came to my mind.
oh, here it is. Here it is.
Richard,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You had some pretty cool stuff happen earlier this year, huh?
Becoming an uncle.
Well, that was pretty cool, but musically.
Yeah, but I had a pretty crazy thing happen. I stumbled upon winning a Grammy.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
Which is freaking crazy. I never thought that would happen, but you know, it's I'm just in shock. I'm still speechless. I don't even know how the hell that happened.
It's truly amazing. But like, honestly, everybody needs to go listen to this dude play the violin.
Thanks, man.
Like, it's legit. It's legit. I
I
listen to
appreciate
your
you saying that.
album. I listen to your album pretty frequently, like when I'm just chilling and vibing, and it's like the perfect kind of vibe music to put on. So yeah, no, I wanted to, you know, bring that up and mention that. That's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you. And also on the roadmap, there's gonna be a metaverse show for all the
okay.
holders. So that's exciting.
Yeah,
coming up.
that'll be cool for sure. Great. All right, guys. Thank you again for your time. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in and checking this out. Be sure to continue checking us out for more upcoming interviews. See ya.